Long ago in the land of Israel, there lived a man whose strength was unlike anything the world had ever seen. His name was Samson, a man chosen by God before he was even born. But Samson's story isn't just about muscles or miracles. It's about purpose, temptation, and what happens when strength meets weakness. Before Samson was born, the people of Israel were suffering under the rule of the Philistines, their enemies for 40 long years. One day, an angel appeared to a woman who couldn't have children and told her something incredible. "You will have a son. He will begin to rescue Israel from the Philistines." But there was one condition. This child was to be a Nazirite, someone specially dedicated to God. That meant no alcohol, no touching anything unclean, and never cutting his hair. His long hair would be the sign of his special vow and the secret to his God-given strength. And so, Samson was born, a miracle child with a divine purpose. As Samson grew, everyone could see there was something extraordinary about him. The Spirit of God gave him incredible power, the kind of strength that could tear a lion apart with his bare hands. One day, while traveling, a roaring lion came at him, but Samson grabbed it and killed it just like that. It was a sign of the kind of strength he carried, not from training or talent, but from God's Spirit. But Samson's story wasn't just about power. It was also about choices, and sometimes he made the wrong ones. Samson fell in love with a Philistine woman, someone from the very people oppressing Israel. During the wedding celebration, he made a riddle for the guests. When they couldn't solve it, they tricked his new wife into giving away the answer. Samson felt betrayed. Furious, he stormed off, and things only got worse from there. When the Philistines tried to capture him, Samson struck back, hard. At one point, he even used the jawbone of a donkey as a weapon and defeated 1,000 Philistine soldiers. It sounds unbelievable, almost like a legend, but the story shows how powerful Samson was when God's Spirit was with him. Yet it also shows something else. Samson had a temper. He fought not just for God, but often for his own pride. Time passed, and Samson fell in love again, this time with a woman named Delilah. The Philistine rulers saw their chance. They offered Delilah a fortune if she could discover the secret of Samson's strength. She asked him again and again, "Tell me, Samson, what makes you so strong?" At first he toyed with her, giving false answers, but she kept pressing day after day, until finally Samson gave in. He told her the truth. "My strength is in my hair. If it's cut, I'll be as weak as any other man." That night, as Samson slept on her lap, Delilah quietly called in the Philistines. A man came with scissors and cut off his hair. When he woke up, Samson thought he could fight like before, but the power of God had left him. The Philistines captured him, gouged out his eyes, and threw him into prison, humiliated and broken. Time went on. Samson, now blind and a prisoner, was brought out one day to entertain the Philistines at a great festival in honor of their God. Thousands of people filled the temple, laughing at him, the mighty warrior who was now weak. But as Samson stood between the two great pillars that held the temple, something stirred inside him: faith, humility, and the memory of who he once was. He prayed, "Lord God, remember me once more. Please give me strength just this one last time." With one final surge of power, Samson pushed against the pillars with all his might. The building began to shake and then collapse, crushing the Philistines and Samson himself. In his death, he defeated more enemies than he had in his life. Samson's story is dramatic, tragic, and deeply human. He was chosen by God and given incredible gifts. Yet his weakness for temptation nearly destroyed him. But in the end, even after failure, God still used him. And that's the lasting message. No matter how far we fall, God can redeem us. Even in our lowest moments, there's still a chance for purpose, forgiveness and strength, not from ourselves, but from Him. Samson's story reminds us that true strength isn't just about muscles or might. It's about the heart and the courage to turn back to God when we've lost our way.